died here a few times. You know, many. Something just walked past my camera there.
Oh, wow.
It had something dark just
Zoom past?
yeah, it just seemed I just seen it in the corner of my eye real fast.
For our answers about the paranormal, we turn our questions over to Kim, the owner of Asylum 49, to ask about the spirits that dwell here.
They can only tell you about the time they lived. Even though as life,
More beyond that because they didn't live it.
they can't tell you prior to it. I can tell you past right now, right?
Oh, they can't tell you past either.
They can tell you from the day they were born till the day they died. It is all they know. It is it. This is the question. Why? Why? So, like, if I was to ask you, do you know who Abraham Lincoln was?
Yes.
You know, right? Why do you know that? Did you ever meet him?
No, I did not.
Right. You know that because you were taught about him. Okay? That's an intelligent thought. You never met him. He was not physically. Now, if I was to, you had passed and I was to ask you a question, and I said, hey, did you know Kim Anderson? You can honestly answer that. You know me. In this lifetime, you have met me.
Yes, I have.
And I say, you know Abraham Lincoln. You know what your answer will be? No.
That is an interesting thought. I never thought about it that way.
It is, they can only tell you about the time they lived. Even though
They
as
can't tell
life,
you more beyond that because they didn't live it.
they can't tell you prior to it. I can tell you past right now, right?
Oh, they can't tell you past either.
They can tell you from the day they were born till the day they died. It is all they know. It is it. And so it started to, and this happened by president. So one of the things was that, you know, who was the current president? That's what I would start on, right? I know who the current president is. Right now, let's say as in present day, it's Trump, right? The current president is Trump. If I was to ask a spirit that, their current president would be who they were when they were alive.
Makes sense.
They cannot tell you anything prior. They can't tell you. So if they didn't live during the Lincoln era, they cannot tell you Lincoln. They can
That's
only
pretty deep.
tell you, and it gets crazier, right? And so I started to see these repetitive things happening, right? And I started to question more. I'm like, why? Well, that makes no sense. If you ask me today who Lincoln is, I will be able to tell you. And so it hit me. I asked, I'm like,
It's a
why?
different
Why
perspective
is
than
that?
the one that
And
you
they
had
said-
previous, right?
They said it is a learned response. It's an intelligent response. I never met Lincoln. I learned about Lincoln.
The intelligent versus the residual.
So what happens, right? So it starts building and building and building. And then I gave you the answer. Right? This is the craziest part. I couldn't. I was just baffled about all these things that were building up. And they gave me the answer.
Okay, so this is Palo Santo. It comes from Peru, where it's native to, and it's a replenishing wood. And what that means is that instead of cutting down a rainforest to get wood like this, it's grown a more natural and peaceful way, which is through replenishing, which means the old wood is there and growing or about abundant to what they're taking down and bringing back in. So that's very good that, you know, it's as detailed as that, going back to how it's made and cut down. But the most beneficial thing of this that is used here is for cleansing of the atmosphere. It's supposed to keep bad energy away and good energy in. And some of the more ancient practices of this actually used a feather, and that would stir the smoke into the air, and which is also part of the practice as well. You want to stir the smoke into the air and keep it lit around you. So it's said to, I don't know if you can make that out, but This is one of the practices used here, and like I said, it's said to keep good energy in and keep the bad energy away. It said that it will not bring in good energy that's not here already. From what was described to me, this will actually just keep whatever's good feeling here in place. And from the stories that we've encountered here along in the asylum, we've always been told of one bad energy in here that people speak of.
So they say everything happens for a reason. What's the reason you're here?
I'm still here for my journey. This all came about with this. I'm going to tell you. All of this came about this, right?
I've got the chills already. I don't know
So,
why.
what happened was they told me, because all of those people, angels to spirits, to devils, right? All believe the same thing. When you die, you become enlightened. Every one of them, no one in between disputed that fact. They all believe that when you die, you become enlightened. Now, what does enlightened mean? Enlightened means everything's at bliss. You know everything. There is no emotion attached to you. You have zero stress. You have no sorrow. You have no anger. And even happiness is a weird, because it's not a happiness. It's a bliss. Excitement is not, that is emotion. You do not have it. You are enlightened. There is no reason for anything, right?
You're just
Where-
a free spirit form.
Where did everything else go?
Right. It's a doorway to one of 3 basement entries in Asylum 49. Now, I've only seen briefly what's behind there. I haven't been down there with the camera yet. Look underneath Asylum 49 to see what stories are led here. The doorway, as you can see behind me, is completely closed. And we're going down here. Pretty eerie place, but okay. And some noises that come with it. But we got it. Let's go down and see. Whoa. So, right as we walk down, and we got, I don't know exactly what I'm looking at here, but there's a crawl space right here. I want to remind you guys that we are here underneath Asylum 49. Jason's not here. He's done his homework, so I have to bite the bullet and keep an agreement and do it. So we've learned a lot about this place ever since it had first started, that we began doing this documentary. There's been so much that we've been able to pick up about the place, like the interview with Kim. I just heard a voice from that way, very subtle. I'm not making up anything for camera because I'm going to be honest with you, it's just us down here, and this is a completely strange place. A lot of noises that come out of it anyway, but some of them, you know, no one else would be down here with you, and that's what makes it a little bit eerie. So, actually a lot. Let's try to see what we can find back this way. There's a long tunnel behind me, and I have no idea where it goes. I'm keeping the lighting to the best of my ability so you guys can see it. I don't have a flashlight. We do have a paranormal investigator coming. It's just us down here. Let's go on and see what's next. And this tunnel is fairly long. This tunnel right here is fairly long. They all interlock together. My main concern is going too far in and getting lost at this time. I do see some doorways here. And we definitely don't want to get lost inside of an underground basement. all three of them tie in together, and I understand there's some crawl spaces that you can go to lead to the other one. I'm not really interested in going those crawl spaces right now without a paranormal investigator. Not that I'm afraid, but more the fact that I don't want to end up somewhere that I don't know where I'm going, and not knowing the conditions of the environment. And as being the Haunted Travels channel, we're talking about stuff that's haunted, and particularly, and not the ghost. You don't want to disrespect any paranormal force. Let's go ahead and go forth and see what else we can find. I'm interested to know what's exactly behind this door here. So let's take a look. Okay, let's step away. Maybe an older computer here, perhaps. When the place was a hospital, I imagine this is actually being a desk and a computer that would belong to an old hospital staff. Okay, so we're locked in. I hope we're not locked in this. Okay. This doorway shut behind me, like by itself. And I was worried that with being one of those industrial locks that it would end up locking in behind me. I'm hearing some strange noises from this room right here. And a very strange vibe. Appears to be a brick wall. I imagine there's more basement on the other side. Sorry guys, it's that room right there. As I've stated many times before, I've had similar situations, but never along the lines of being disturbed by a room like something was terribly wrong, as if you didn't belong in there. And that's the feeling that you get with certain rooms. As you notice, I can walk into the first door with the old hospital desk, no general bad feelings there. But when I go into the other way, through a doorway that's completely wide open, it was, sorry guys, there's a lot of noises in here. Here appears to be an old stool. Maybe someone used that for, maybe it looks like almost like a doctor's stool or something. Okay. There was a click. Loud click, followed by a loud motor right when I was walking up. So, good news is the machine, not a ghost. The point is to tell you the story, like I said. There's a lot to know about these places. One thing about the scene ahead I'm about to share with you, and I've been asked to restrict details because the family still lives around here, and we want to be respectful to them by not mentioning any names. But we were told a story about a man who had committed suicide on this other entryway to the basement I'm about to show you. And that's one reason why we're going with the paranormal investigator through that side. Now, would that paranormal activity still be there? According to the interview with Kim, that emotion doesn't leave. So we've learned a lot from him about the paranormal that reside here.
Like her.
Did it say like her?
I think it said I like her.
It said that to me before. It said hair when I went like this, because I went like this to put the backpack on, and it goes hair. How many of you are with us tonight?
Like something was opening the door.
Dude, we thought at first you were getting let in by somebody else. Nope. Nope. See, this is 24.
What's that smell?
Yeah.
Smells like that room I should go in.
I swear it's down Dusty's hallway, man.
What did it say? Worry or dirty or?
I don't know, that was deep.
What room do you want me to go into?
Hey, worry. Frightening.
More coming? Did it say?
Or frightening? Please. Gosh, in this area, I don't know why it keeps calling right here in this area. Something back there is just... Or,
Everybody has
here.
to leave it.
yeah, I want to get down there just to get it done and over with, because that's the one that it scares me worse than the basement. Yeah, because that room has been known to have poltergeist activity in there. I swear it's down that hallway right there. Yeah, it's down here. Sorry. Yeah, it's down here, man. Yep, this is it. Hey, Nick.
Can you say my name?
Can you tell Nick to come on? Oh, he just went walking by.
I'm gonna hear them.
Hey, bro. I knew it was down here, man.
Huh?
I know it was down here.
No. You found it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she said it was all the way on the other side about labor and delivery.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but down here, why does that keep...
We've already been down here.
Why is it,
It's in the front, huh?
Okay, so can we go down there?
Huh?
We're able to go
Yeah.
down there? Okay.
So we gotta walk all the way down there though.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
I'm living this life. I had pain when I cut my foot off.
Yeah.
I had
memories.
anguish. I was excited when my babies were born.
That is one
all of that
question
stuff
everybody
exists.
always wants to know is what you're saying right now.
Where did it go?
Where did it go?
You left it here on the planet, and that is who you speak to.
And why are we here?
You are speaking, when you do ghost hunting, you are speaking to that. And I lived. I did live. I lived. Born in 1970. Gonna die whenever. I lived at those times. That can never be taken away.
No, there's been a lot that's happened here in this building, Asylum 49. But what happened here on the land before it was claimed, the history we know as we're told or written isn't enough. For what really happened back then, the real stories that were never told. Maybe for the best not to know. There are many well-known spirits that roam the halls, the ones we don't seem to know. Are they part of the original history? There will always be more questions than answers. No one will ever know all the true stories over the time that this place has been here. If so, they still here or been there the whole time? I'll let you decide.
Where you washed up. You got the window right there for observation. When people were coming over.
Yes, it is.
Did you have surgery here?
This is the old operating room. You can see the cabinets over here that they use in the operation room, so that means a lot of people, lives were either lost or saved right here in this very room. says room 7, bring it.
Is that what it said, Chelsea? Room 7, bring it? I swear it said that, room 7, bring it.
Oh, wow.
Crazy, because sometimes you can
Dude,
hear
he's
it
calling
better.
us now, dude. I don't like that.
Let's go check it out. Did you hear that?
What?
That said run.
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 All right. So with that being said, that type of activity, we don't want to disturb anything.
Right.
No. There's gonna be multiple different things here. Don't tell me, but I think we need to try that door.
7.
Try it again.
I swear I heard that plane is dead.
Every time we come here, there's something new, and we keep coming back here. If we're working or not, it's just like something keeps calling us back here.
Wait till you dream about it.
Always does.
It'll make
And
you dream
yes,
about it.
I've been dreaming.
Yeah.
It's been calling, and every time it gets farther and farther away from the building, when you're getting closer to it, it's like it's closer to the road more than every time you step out of your car. Now you can feel it. Before it was like you had to come in to feel it. Now that we're farther away, it feels like even from home, it's like it's pulling you in. And I'm getting the chills just saying that because
But it's 100% true.
It's true.
100% true. I've had thousands of
people
people
can
tell
see
me that.
this right now and just say that we're full BS. But the actual feeling in every inch of this place that you go through, you feel something different.
And that's real easy to say when you've never been here.
Exactly.
I could say it all day long. I could say it, that's BS, all day long, if I've never been here.
Correct.
Come here and tell me different.
Exactly.
I'm here with Moon. She's a tarot card reader, and she's going to tell me my reading today. This is part of Asylum 49, so we had to experience it. Here we are.
Okay, so your date of birth is
12/7. 84.
okay. All right, so I'm gonna do this 12-house astrology spread that touches on every aspect of your life. So as we're going along, if you have any questions, just let me know. And I'll pull some cards and clarify for you.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the energy of your first house, which it does make a lot of sense why we would get the moon energy here and an angel. There are 3 angel cards in the entire deck, and so this is like kind of like your surroundings, where you're at right now, what you're doing right now, being in the asylum. Then we have your second house, which is resources, and what the most important resources are to you. And it's like, there may be something like you're carrying that you don't need to be carrying. You can let it go. It's baggage, it's heavy. It's kind of weighing you down at sometimes and weighing down your negativity at times. Have you ever tried to cut cords with this? Like everything that you're carrying and it's just weighing you down? Like I do cord cutting on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you ready to go on third house? Okay. This is communication. And, okay, so we have the Hanged Man energy here in the third house. And this, like, do you feel you have abilities and you see entities and you have those? because it's like here in the third house with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man house is like a very watery house. It's very spiritual. It's very connected to the universe.
Okay. Yeah, I do sense it. What would it necessarily mean for me? That reading.
With the Hanged Man here.
Yes.
It's like a really, the Hanged Man's a spiritual energy. It's someone who kind of just lets go, releases things, holds still to receive answers. It's also receiving answers through dreams. I don't know if you ever have vivid dreams you made because of this energy.
Nightmares, wake up, trouble.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I can always come back into them when I go back to sleep.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Okay, so then that is like, you definitely have that. You want to go to 4th house?
Sure.
Okay, so this is your home. But there's energies here. Okay, so I know you're traveling now, but are you moving your home where you live?
Yes. Exactly. How did you know that, like, this week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have all this fast-moving energy here and like contract signed and expansion and this sun and Aries.
It's been a lot of that lately, yeah. And that's just incredible.
So, are you ready to go on to the 5th house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is about your creativity. And this is a really strong house for you. This in your creativity is work. Look at this card. This is like work. This is what you do for your creativity and what feeds you. What feeds you. Like, you're very powerful on this. Like, we have the Pluto energy here, which is judgment. This is like a very powerful decision making and very creative. We're balanced here right now. Sometimes people have blockages here, but you're going through a creative time right now. This is really good, powerful. Another angel card here. It shows your abilities here in the 5th house with being able to communicate with the dead. Judgment is very powerful. Pluto, it connects to the underworld, to the 8th house, which is Scorpio. So, and when you have powerful energy in the 8th house, it shows like your abilities again, because Scorpio has a portal in it. It's so connected to both the underworlds and portals. So,
What is the underworld?
to Hades.
Oh, really?
Do you want to go on to the 6th house? Okay, so this is the house of like your routine and health. Routine. I mean, we have some positive energy here with the it's like the Empress here energy. It's very creative, very connected to what you're doing. The Earth. You have a lot of connections to the Earth. Do you feel that, or do you?
Yes, that you can like kind of see like. I really believe it, Yeah.
Good, yeah. I mean, this is so powerful.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it feels powerful, I'm like weighed in on,
Do something unexpected here, like two energies coming together.
Okay. So that's good. Okay. I was just wondering. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Now let's what's the next circle here?
8th house. This is Scorpio. This is kind of what's in the undercurrents, but it also shows your abilities too. It's a very deep house. So we have some energies here of like there's going to be something you're going to really need to think about. Kind of, it's a decision that you are trying to make. There could be something involved that it's not in your best interest, and you need to decide what route you're going to take, what actions you're going to take.
Okay. Is it something that I already know about, or because I've got a lot of? Is it business or personal?
It's business. It's like contracts. It's something to do with contracts. Really strong energy there of contracts and dealing with that.
You think somebody's going to try to do me wrong in a contract?
Yes, I do. I do. That energy is very strong. That card I pulled. This is the person that's spying, the kind of snitch, the kind of double crosser. Can't trust him.
Okay. Do you know how close they are to me now?
Nope, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Somebody I would want business from
Not
them, or they would want
necessarily.
business from me.
I mean, just because this is like, this is a page. This is young energy.
Okay.
This is not, no. So, I mean, it could just, more questions there.
No, probably more than I want to know, but need to know, I guess.
Does it make you nervous? Like, did you have a tremendous amount of anxiety?
Yeah, no. Here.
Can you tell me a little bit about, since you moved into the building here, what have you learned about the history, just being here on your own without hearing anybody's stories, telling you anybody's stories? Have you seen or felt anything that jumps out at you in particular?
Well, I do feel energy, and just right outside of my studio, children always stop there and kind of point and look and wonder what's there. And then I had a client just today come in and say, wow, there's a lot of energy in that area. So there's.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So the kids are stopping and pointing at something. So there's something, yeah, there just right outside the room here is what you're saying. Just when you were speaking that, it's just weird. I got that before we even started rolling. Remember when we got that surge of energy? Can't explain. It's going through my arms right now again, and it's going right back up into the head rush, right through the top of my arms. I can feel that. It's a good clean energy. I can feel some type of energy.
Yes.
Every time I come into this building, every single time there's something different. And I mean, in here, the atmosphere is just so positive, and it feels great in here. That's
Right, and knowing what I know about you leave, you're enlightened, you have left all of that here. That is who you speak to when you go somewhere, right? That is who you're communicating with, what you have left behind.
Oh, okay, so you leave that behind.
Correct. It existed. It
Yes,
can't go
yes,
away.
Exactly.
It doesn't go
It's
away.
just that ball of energy is still here.
Still here.
Talking.
And that
almost
is
how
why
the
they can only
crystals-
communicate when they're alive. They have no intelligence anymore.
Okay.
That's why it's not a full conversation all the time. That's why it's
And so with the
it's bits
energy,
and
that's how
pieces.
it can do things. Like, manipulate things.
It could still move things. It's still an
Yeah,
energy,
yeah,
right?
the energy
But the intelligent side of that is gone.
of
The enlightened part of it went away.
it can mock. It can mock.
It can know. Yeah, it knows what it did. It's it knows how to open a door. It's done it 1,000 times.
Right.
So it knows how to do it. That's why everything is like, to them, it's all a purpose. And so, in belief in that, in knowing what I know about that, I asked myself why. And I asked everybody else why. Again, they gave me the answers, which is so unbelievable, right? Why am I existing? I chose to be here. So now think about this. As an enlightened person, I crave, as a living person, I crave emotion.
Correct. Like everybody.
Love, excitement. No one really likes anger or sadness, right?
We don't like
But
it,
it's
it
there.
It's natural.
Okay, so let's skip ahead. I've passed, I'm enlightened. I have none of that. I got born. And I need to go on a journey because I am craving
Something else.
those emotions. I have everything else. I'm enlightened. I need nothing. What don't I have? I don't have, it's all this. Always. It's all of this. Always enlightened. Enlightened, always this. There's no this, there's no that, there's no, none of it. It is this. Always. That's gotta get bored. And bored for them could be 10,000 years for us. But for them, it's like that, right? So, you're sitting up there, millions of years gone by, or whatever, and just, whatever. I don't know how it's measured. I don't pretend to know that. But you got bored. And you said, I'm craving something. I'm craving that emotion. I'm craving it. I gotta have it. I'm gonna go on a journey. And you picked your journey. This was my journey this time. Me. I am on my journey. So I had to change how I became. And when you said there was a difference, there is a difference. I realized it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. And it's okay to be mad.
Right.
Just not harbor them. I can get mad.
Right.
And people can't understand this about me.
Forcing that energy to create something
I just-
more negative type.
No, anything. No, it's
Like
not.
leaving it as a negative.
If
when
I
you became enlightened, you don't want to leave behind that negative.
So when I talk about being able to dwell, there are people that can only dwell on the happy. They're happy all the time. And there are people that can only dwell on the negative, and they're negative all the time. So this negative person is negative his whole life because he cannot let it go.
Right.
And he dies. What if he leave here?
Nothing but negative.
Negative. Who you're talking to? You are talking to that negative guy.
Right.
And it goes the same with everything.
That's all they knew, basically.
That's all he did.
That's all he knew.
So when you
that's what
speak
you're-
to him as a ghost hunting person,
that's what you're going to come
that is
across.
what you're going to get.
Correct.
Because that's what you left, or that person left behind.
I went over here by this doorway and it said stay here, and then when I was walking back, see, it sounded like it said burial again.
I told you to stay here.
It said stay here when I was over here by this door.
Whoa.
Do you want me to go back in this room over here?
I feel a real cold chill right here. Oh my God. It's the deepest cold. It's just like it's brushing me.
Yeah, what's down that way?
What does it say?
Oh, that's there. Oh.
That's the smell. What is in here? There's a man?
Is there a man in here? Do you want me to go in? Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Did you hear
They
that?
were very clear.
Is it okay that I'm in here?
You see James? I heard a noise from over there.
Are you over there? Was that you making noise over there in the corner? Come through nice and loud like you did when you told us to come in here. What if you are?
What if you're what? Say, help me?
You need help?
Think he might have needed help.
Enable. Is there, sorry, is there anything that we can help you with?
Whoa.
Did I hear a rifle?
Rifle. You did. You did.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what it said. Rifle.
Said I needed help. We're hearing a disturbance from over here. There's no mechanical devices over here that should be making any kind of noises like this. It's almost as if something's moving back and forth over there.
Can you throw something for me?
Whoa.
He said, I don't know.
Can you try?
think he's saying that he's the one that made the noises over there earlier.
Return?
Return.
Return what?
Turn back.
Return.
Can something women. Can you make another noise for us over there?
Back up. Return and back up. That's a pretty clear signal.
Do you want? We're gonna go, okay? We're gonna walk out of here and go in another room, okay?
You don't get to hold it.
Right.
And it's the same thing with happiness. You know, although everybody strives for that, you cannot hold on to it. You can't.
That's true.
I'm not saying don't be happy.
Is that not? That is very true.
I'm just
I've thought
saying,
about that in life. That if
You
you're
can't
happy-
live all day, every day like that. You can't. You will not understand yourself. And so it's okay to enjoy every emotion. Sadness, love. All of them, it's okay to enjoy them.
Is that it is
As long
emotion,
as
it
you
is an emotion.
let them
Hold
go.
on to it.
Let it go. And move on to the next. And when you find that, wow, the world is such an easier place. Because you know there are things going to upset you. You know there are things you're going to be mad that are going to make you mad.
Right.
But your reaction is the same. Accept it and let it go. And move on to the next thing.
I have
and
a
it's-
lot of that kind of written in here. That's
It is what makes you be able to do something like this.